Hello everybody, this is Captain Jerwar bringing you another PO battle. This is an OU match obviously versus Captain Alt. I'm doing a thing on PO now whenever I see someone else with a captain in their username, I challenge them, and this guy actually accepted, which is pretty cool. Although, judging by his name, this is probably isn't Alt, so yeah. Anyway, it doesn't really matter though. So anyway, this team is the finalized version of the team that me and Super Effective 87 wanted to make that features offensive Life Orb Trick Room Reuniclus, and put on a Breloom instead of Lucario as a fighting type counterpart, put on Latias, Life Orb with some HP and special defense investment, 3 attacks with HP Fire, and also a physically defensive Nidoqueen, which is actually very interesting in OU because it can basically counter all Terrakions, except like Banded Earthquake, but it's very interesting because it's bulky, but it also has very good coverage and sheer force. And as you might have seen in the last RU battle I uploaded, offensive Nidoqueen did a lot of work, so defensive Nidoqueen and OU can also do some work too. We don't get to see that this battle, but hopefully you'll see it in some other battles. Anyway, my opponent has a very threatening Sun team. Volcarona, Dragonite, and Venusaur are the 3 threats that stick out to me, and I do have checks to some of them, but they're kind of shaky, and if they go down or get weakened, then I'll be in trouble. But anyway, let's just get right into this battle. Alright, so I'm just going to lead right off with my Latias, because I predicted him to either lead with the Scizor or Donphan. I didn't think he would lead the Ninetales because I have Tyranitar. And usually when the opponent has a Scizor, I just try to lead off with Latias and catch it with the HP Fire, but he is smarter than that and knows that they do tend to carry that sometimes, so he goes to his Ninetales, because he's pretty specially bulky and can take these hits pretty well, but not if I have Psyshock, because that hits his physical defense. So I was going to do a lot of damage, and that can 2-hit KO, so he's definitely going to want to switch out, because he doesn't want to lose the Weather War, since he has stuff that abuses it. Thought he would go back into Scizor here, but that was really not a very good prediction because since he already saw I had HP Fire, he had no reason to go back into it. I really should have gone for Draco because as you're going to see here, he's going to switch into his Dragonite, which is not good. I suspected he would be banded or at least have the extreme speed, but I can just go into my physically defensive Nidoqueen because it can take him on pretty well and threaten him with the Ice Beam. And I thought he would be predicting that Ice Beam, which is why I go for the Fire Blast here, predicting the Scizor, but of course I missed. That's just the worst feeling when you predict something and it misses, because you feel like you should be rewarded for predicting, but you don't. There's just no justice. Anyway, I just go for the Fire Blast again as I switches back into Dragonite, just because now he can switch up moves to either Outrage or Earthquake. And I thought he would go for Earthquake, which is why I go into Latias, but he goes for Fire Punch, which I definitely could have lived, but whatever. Anyway, I just go back into Tyranitar, go for the Crunch. Really should have gone for Stone Edge, but I thought he might go into Donphan, but he goes into Scizor, and just U-turns right back out into Dragonite, which sucks, because now thought I could just live any hit. I thought he maybe doesn't have Earthquake, and maybe Nidoqueen can live the Outrage if he goes for that, and if it does, then I can just kill him with the Sheer Force Ice Beam, which even though I'm not invested, would definitely take him out. But unfortunately, he is able to just take me out with the Outrage, and I can just go into Jirachi right after that, just hit him with the Iron Head. As you can see, I don't have a Paralysis move. This is because I'm using Trick Room Reuniclus. If I paralyze stuff, then it could end up biting me because they might outspeed after they're paralyzed. Anyway, just going to Reuniclus, predicting the Will-O-Wisp. It's the only thing I really have to take it. And yeah, I just go back in Jirachi predicting Scizor, because Scizor is a really good counter to Reuniclus, and I knew he would not be expecting the Fire Punch since he saw Iron Head, and I don't know if I showed Wish or not, but anyway, I'm just able to take him out with Fire Punch. That crit didn't matter because it usually does 70 to 80% even when not in the sun, but now it's going to get a free switch into Volcarona, which is a huge threat. I really don't have anything to take this. It can hit all my guys super effectively, so I just have to go into T-Tar, take that Bug Buzz. Since this is especially defensive banded one, it doesn't have too much attack EVs, I think. I don't remember off my head. I didn't really check them. I kind of just blindly copied the team from Super Effective 87, but I'm able to bring in Breloom on Donphan, put something to sleep, and he lets his Ninetales go to sleep, which is really good, because this thing is one of the hugest threats to my team now because it's bulky, so my Reuniclus can't kill it and can burn anything else on my team, and yeah. Anyway, Banded Dragonites being a beast here, 2-hit KOing Jirachi with Outrage, which sucks because I won't be able to get my rocks up, but fortunately I have the Sandstorm up, which is going to take him out, which is one of the reasons why I really like Sandstorm. It's just the most balanced weather, it cancels out the other weathers really well, and all that good stuff. But unfortunately, my Tyranitar is dead to rocks upon the switch in, and he knows that, so he sends in Ninetales. But here I'm like, alright, well, the last things on his team are Ninetales, Donphan, and Venusaur, and all of those lose to Reuniclus, especially Ninetales since it's asleep, but his Donphan still is a sturdy, so the smart play would have been to go out and just sack Tyranitar, but Super Effective Age 7 was in Skype, and he said, oh, just stay in Psychic. And I'm like, okay, but then he can Earthquake me, and he does, and I'm like, wait, no, I can't take a hit from Venusaur now, crap, why did I listen to you? And Bob was saying to switch out to Tyranitar, so I should have listened to Bob and not Super Effective 87, but whatever. Anyway, I just sacked Tyranitar there, which is what I should have done. I'm able to finish him off with a Mach Punch, but his last Pokemon is Venusaur. I'm like, well, crap. This thing just kills me with Sludge Bomb, and now Reuniclus just dies to Sludge Bomb, so that's GG, right? Right? But Reuniclus is a beast. It is so bulky, and it finishes off the Venusaur. That was a really weird inflection in my voice there. Anyway, though, that was the battle. Pretty short one. I thought it was a really good match. Hopefully I can bring you some more matches against Captain people usernames that I find on PO, and hopefully I'll be able to use this team more. It's the OU team I have that I've been enjoying the most, so probably see it some more. Anyway, though, if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a comment. I like reading those, and otherwise, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace.